Hello, this is work in progress number 4 for the Assault Suit Leynos 1/35th scale model from Plum. As you can see, I've gone ahead and painted most of the leg pieces now. I did the usual primer in grey, then a base coat in black, and then went over the whole top in dull grey. Now the next thing to do is to add a bit of detail to all of these pieces. Because you can see that all of these pieces have these tiny little rivet holes all over. So the effect I'm looking for is just like this one here. You can see I've already gone ahead and done some silver painting on the rivet pieces and panel lined it all in. So I want to do the same kind of effect for all of these pieces here. You can also see that I've gone ahead and done some decal work on the torso. And that's kind of the process of it. It's base coat, then do painting some details, then give it a clear coat, then do some panel lining, then do decals, and then another clear coat, and then it's time for some weathering. So yeah, that's kind of the result I'm looking to get to with these pieces here. Also tested out some weathering. I've done a tiny bit of kind of rusting and dirtying up on this gun here. Not sure how well you can see that, but I've just applied a tiny bit of brown on here, a bit of chipping brown, just on some edges and where you would expect some dirt and rust to accumulate. And I've also applied a couple of decals. I need to give this another clear coat, and then I'm going to give it a bit of a dry brush in silver. And that should create a nice kind of worn effect. So let's go ahead now and paint in every single one of these rivets with a tiny dot of silver paint. And for this I'll just be using a trusty old Model Air silver from Vallejo. I've used this same bottle for a very long time just to do very tiny details. Because it goes on well, I don't need to thin it, I can literally just stick it in my palette and away I go. So I've gone through and I've painted all of the teeny tiny screws and rivets on here. Can't see it too well on camera, but it's all done, and there were quite a lot of them. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect for every single one, it just has to be the very tip of every screw or rivet or whatever they are. Because when I go over and panel line it, it will disguise any messy areas that I've missed. So that's now all painted, and now I need to give everything a clear coat, and then we're going to start panel lining that. I also need to reassemble these parts, which have some inner frame pieces that will attach here, and I have to do a little bit more seam line removal. There's been quite a lot of seam line removal on this kit, but it's not been too painful, and we're gradually getting close to having something finished. Okay, that's everything now clear coated, and I've painted in some details, and the next thing to do is to go through every single piece and start panel lining. I won't do that on camera because I've shown you that before. I've also masked off these kind of pipes that go around the lower legs, just to have kind of yellow caps and a chrome pipe. Did 4 of those. And I added some piston detail here. It's quite roughly painted, but that's not going to be too much of a bother because I'm going to add lots of grime and dirt in there. And once it's panel lined, it should help define it a bit better. I've quickly assembled the arms just to see how they're looking, and I quite like this colour combination. It's looking quite sharp. Once everything has been panel lined and all the details have been painted in, I'm going to make similar small sub-assemblies, apply some decals, and then we're going to start weathering. So that's about it for me for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.